Hello, everybody. How's it going? Hang on, I'm checking my over here. Over here, you can't see what I'm doing. The behind the scenes stuff to make sure I've got it all set up correct. I don't know if I do or not, but who knows? I'm gonna ship my my sales is what's gonna happen. Do y'all remember there was it was a real commercial. It was a Kmart commercial, and they were starting to do shipping from the store, and the commercial went like, "Hey, you can ship your pants. I can ship my pants. It's so convenient." Yep. So as soon as I said I'm going to ship my, it made me think of that. Anyway, this is where my brain goes. Anyway, let me get started with what I've got sold and what's shipping out. I have, I don't know, 7 things, I think. Well, not all of them get to go out today because I ran out of bubble wrap of all things. I don't know how. I think what happened was a lot of times when I'm in here shipping and I need supplies, because I have some, here, I'll turn and show you. I have some of my supplies. Like I have some boxes up there. Then I have more over on the side here. And then sometimes when I'm like, I need something, I'll holler at my kids, go get me some more envelopes or some bubble wrap from, there's like a cupboard under in the basement that has the hot water heater in it and that kind of stuff. I was like, go get me some more. And I think they brought it to me, but didn't say, oh, we're out now. So this beauty sold, and I think it's sold on Etsy. So it's not like I have a little bit more wiggle room. No. Yes. Okay. It's sold on Etsy. So this it actually says I can ship by Tuesday. So I'm good for this one to wait. But I can tell you what it sold for at least. So this sold for $40. And I got this at an estate sale with a bunch of other stuff. The other day I was in a rush, and so I didn't record. But I had 2 lamps I got at the estate sale too, that were this milk glass hobnail. And those sold. So this is going to get to ship out tomorrow because my bubble wrap comes tomorrow. And this one, I'm actually going to do a little cheat. Don't tell. Well, you can tell, whatever. So I don't get, because on eBay, I have it set to ship next day, or is it ship the next 1 to 2 days? I think it's ship the next day. But so it's supposed to ship, well, it says ship by tomorrow. So I could technically bubble wrap this up tomorrow. And still be okay. So if the bubble wrap comes, but if I was in a pinch and I'm like, I need to have that done today, I would estimate, like I would get the box for it. This is not big enough. And I would kind of fudge it to figure out like how much is it going to weigh and blah, blah, blah. And then go ahead and print the label. That way it's ready to go when I get the bubble wrap. Or if I wasn't being lazy, just go to the store and buy some real fast. But in the moment, it's been a day, not a bad day, but just a busy day. I worked in the garden some. I've been trying to I want to build like a butterfly garden in my backyard. And what else did we do? My kids had some homework to do before their classes. And then we went to the park and we flew kites. That's what we did. And we played tennis badly. So that was fun. All right, let's move on though. Anyway, let's start with the Etsy order since I have that open. All right, these sold. Make my screen a little bigger. These are pinking shears, and I got these at an estate sale for $1 or less. And these sold on Etsy for $15. So chomp chomp, these are going out. And the way I'm going to ship them is I've got my 6x4x4 box. I went ahead and taped the bottoms up of the boxes before we started because sometimes people don't like the tape sound. But I guess if you're here for a shipping video, that's what you're going to hear, right? And because it's scissors, I don't need anything like really fancy schmancy. So what I'll do is I take these packing paper sheets and I rip them in half. That way I can get more uses out of them. So then I just kind of shove half of it in there, take my scissors. I just want to make, I want to make sure that, see, that one's going to need more. Sometimes it needs more. So I'll use the whole thing. Even though it won't break, I don't want it rattling around in there. Then got my handy dandy cord, and it's not even on card stock, but it's just when I get done on Canva. No, Vistaprint. Canva is what I use for other stuff. And then, oh, that's what else I did today. I've been trying to update. I'm moving my website because it's, I haven't enjoyed where I had it hosted. So now I'm like, and I don't pay anybody to do it. I guess I could, but I'm like, I'll do it. It'll just take me forever and it will look like I did it. It'll look like I did it. All right. This is 9 ounces, just about 8.9. So, okay. I need to ship this. I have that in my head now. You can ship your drawers. Look it up. It's on, I had to show it to my kids one time. It's on YouTube somewhere. It was very convenient. Then I will print. My printer's in the other room. There was a company that wanted me to do a thermal printer review. And I'm like, I don't know. I already have this. And my thing is like, I don't want to encourage people to go buy something else if they don't need it. Right? I mean, well, I don't know. A free printer's a free printer. We'll see. But I think I already turned it down because I'm like, no, I don't need that. I've got a printer. All right, next thing that's sold is this little birdie. So I got this. I got 2 blue ones and a yellow one. I think I sold a blue one already. I got these last year at a garage sale. I love selling little, figural items. And sometimes they sit. This one it's maybe not been quite a year, not quite, maybe 8 or 9 months. And I think I got all 3 of them for $1, maybe $1 for all of them or $1 a piece, garage sale price, and it sold for $19.99. So nice, very nice. When I first got them though, when I first listed them, tell me if you get these kind of messages. I got a message. I'm going to put blue paper with this just because it's cute and it matches the blue. I got a message from somebody saying, oh, this matches another little birdie I've got, and I bought it at blah diddy blah for, $4.99. Can you sell it to me for that price? I'm like, good for you that you got it for $4.99, but no. I get messages like that all the time. Sometimes I'll take them if it's not a ridiculous, no, that's like way less than I want. So, but there was a, what did I have? It was something I was glad to see go, because it was big and bold. I feel like it was it was that lamp, that globe lamp. Because I was like, how am I going to ship this big old thing? What am I thinking? Because at first when I got it, I thought my kids would want it. And they were like, yeah, it's all right. But fine, I'll sell it. Do y'all do that? I bring stuff home all the time for them. Do y'all want this? No. Like, oh, now I got to deal with that. Oh, I forgot what I was saying. Globe. Right. So the lady messaged me and she was asking for me to come down on the price, because her husband had one just like it and it broke and he was heartbroken and blah, blah, blah. But it wasn't a ridiculous low. I think it was still like $50 and I had it listed for $75 or something. So I was like, yeah, I'll sell it to you. I can get rid of it. It's like, okay, here's the thing. Oh, so, and what I'm doing is I'm writing the initials of the person on top. That way, my kids are like, stop throwing the packages. I'm like, The post office is not going to like carry them with little like mittens and blow kisses at them. They're going to be like tossing them where they go. But I write the initials on, so when it's time to go put the labels on, that's what's happening. Yeah, I haven't done a video in like a week, maybe. Honestly, I'm a little nervous too, but I'm going to probably put one up tomorrow because I've started weaning off my ADHD meds. And so I can already tell a difference. At first I thought, well, maybe it won't be a big deal, but man, my train of thought just like goes in a million directions, and it's just the way my brain works. And while my ADHD meds have helped a lot with that, it was causing some other problems. So I'm like, trying to figure out it was my Raynaud's. I've talked about that in some of my videos where my fingers turn all white, my toes turn white and they hurt. And I was like, this is getting ridiculous, because two of my toes were like almost always hurting no matter what. And so I reached out to my doctor and was like, oh, can you please tell me what's going on with this? She's like, your ADHD meds can make that worse. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? All right, let's start tapering off. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm still on a lowish dose, but it will be gone soon. By the way, this is more than shipping. Let me tell you my life story. All right, so this button sold. This was in my big lot of buttons. You see up there? Still have buttons. This button sold for $15.99. Woohoo! And I bought the whole tub of buttons for $25 at a garage sale. I don't know, like 3 years ago. But I've been selling buttons ever since. So this is how I will ship this out. I don't always use the pouches like this, but I have little like poly bags, but I can only find the teeny tiny ones. And I have a tote with them all in there, and they're probably in there. I just have to dig around and reorganize that tote. Let me tell you how high that is on my priority list. So I take my card and the button, and then I'll fold my card over it like that. Boop. And then it goes in the padded mailer. Sometimes I got to talk to my kids. The other day I said, can you bring me some more of the little padded mailers? I have something I need to ship. My son walks in with one. Here you go. Like, just bring me a stack of them. Then I have some. I have to go back over there every time. Oh, okay. Anyway, I can't complain. I shouldn't complain anyway. He's made dinner tonight. It's his night. I finally broke down and was like, y'all have got to help with this. So now one kid makes dinner on Tuesday and the other on Thursday. But because things came up this week, I kept getting pushed. I was like, all right, just make it on Sunday. Make it on Saturday. Do it. You're not getting out of it. You're not getting out of it. All right, so that is it for Etsy. Let's go to eBay. So I sold like 3 buttons this week. The other button was this Mondale button, Walter Mondale button. This one sold for $18.89. I have a sale going on in my shop right now, so that's why the price is wonky. So $18.89 on that. I mean, just those 2 buttons paid all over again for that whole thing of buttons. So same story here. Wrapping it around, putting it in the bubble mailer. I feel like I was going to tell you something else. I feel like I was I do remember now. I was in the middle of a story, and then my brain got sidetracked to somewhere else. That's just how my brain is, y'all. And luckily, I have some good friends that love me and don't care. We'll be like, hey, you started that story, and then you went somewhere else. Well, what I was going to say earlier, because I was talking about not wanting to sell things that are hard to ship, and that kind of situation, we'll get all over this. Every time I say that, the universe is like, oh, is that right? Here, how about this? What do you make of that? So I got this big milk pail. I couldn't remember what it was called the other day when I was talking about it. Milk jug, made in Holland. I got it for $30 at the Goodwill, and the comps are more than that, like 100 or something. So I guess all right, I say I'm not going to sell big, bulky stuff. But if it's like, hey, But what about $100? Like, I'm listening. You've got my attention. Or maybe more than 100. Okay, next up, where are we at? Next, I think I printed that label. Sometimes I forget if I hit print or not. Oh, I forgot to grab that bear. Dang it. All right, I'll have to show you in a second. So next is another button. This one was not in the button lot. This was one of the Firefly Loot Crate buttons that I have. And it sold for $14. So it will ship the same. I sold a Stife Bear, and I forgot to pull it. I was pulling all of my sales to show you. So same situation here. Get shipping label there. I gotta go get that bear. And yeah, I was trying to get everything together so I wouldn't be all over the place. I feel like I wrote this initial already. CS. Let me peek. No. Hang on. Let me look. Let me look. I feel it. No, I didn't. Okay. I thought perhaps I had already labeled that. But no. I don't remember if I printed it. Oh, I did it again. I need to have like, I don't want to be OCD and like tap when I have already printed something. So I sold this Stife teddy bear, and it was one that wasn't like a huge. Some Stife are worth a lot. Some are so. So it wasn't a big high ticket item one, but I think I got it at a garage sale for $1 or $2, and it sold for $35. So I'll have to pull that in a minute to ship. Boo! All right, another thing that sold was this Lego set. Where did I get this one? I had all these Lego. Where did I get you? I just got you recently too. I'm trying to remember if it was at a. It must have been at a garage sale. Oh, it was, because there were all these Lego in a big tub, and they were dusty and gross. So I had to have my kids help me clean them up. And I don't a lot. I don't want to crumple. I don't sell ones that are out of the box very often. But this person had, like some of the vintage space ones like this. And so I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. Okay, I'm going to have to go pull that bear. Oh, let me tell you, this sold for $40. Yeah, I'm going to have to get the bear. And I'll have to let you know on the next one how I shipped it. But basically, I'm going to put it in a box. I have an Amazon box up here that I'm going to ship it in. That's big enough for it. I wouldn't do it in a bag because it's one of the harder bears. So I wouldn't want to do that. All right. If you are watching this later, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being a member of the channel. And let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see, or if I'm rambling too much during this. That's just how I am. All right. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for hanging out.